Hello! Thanks for tuning in to our winter and spring 2021 YA Book Buzz. I'm Talia, and I'm here with my colleagues Amanda, Emily, and Samantha. And we're so excited to share with you our favorite upcoming YA titles from Wednesday Books and Flatiron Books. Here's how you can get in touch with us. We love hearing from you, so please reach out with any questions, concerns, puppy pictures, and virtual hugs. Days YA. Be sure to check out our candid reviews of our YA titles in the Days YA section of our website. Hello, Tales from the Hinterland by Melissa Albert. Before the Hazelwood and its 7-starred reviews, and currently being developed for a feature film, there was Althea Proserpine's Tales from the Hinterland, a gorgeously illustrated collection of the 12 original stories by Melissa Albert. Journey into the Hinterland, a brutal and beautiful world where a young woman spends a night with death. Brides are wed to a mysterious house in the trees, and an enchantress is killed twice and still lives. You don't need to have read The Hazelwood or The Night Country to enjoy these tales. You can download a coloring sheet featuring Tales from the Hinterland using the bit.ly link on the screen, or you can find it on our website.
The Project by Courtney Summers. Courtney Summers needs zero introduction, but just in case you are new here and you are looking for an author to break your heart a million times over, I give you Courtney Summers. Courtney's last book, Sadie, captivated and traumatized readers everywhere as they joined in the search for a missing girl. Now welcome to The Project. This is a pulls no punches thriller about an aspiring young journalist determined to save her sister from a cult. But as she delves deeper, everything she thought she knew about her sister, herself, cults, and the world around her is upended to the point where she can no longer tell what is real or true. And a starred review from School Library Journal called The Project a gripping, flawless psychological thriller ready to leave readers shattered.
Everything That Burns by Gita Trelease. This is the sequel to All That Glitters, which was originally published as Enchantée. Camille Dubon gambled everything she had to keep herself and her sister safe. But as the people of Paris starve and mobs riot, safety may no longer be possible. In this new Paris, where allegiances shift and violence erupts, the answers Camille seeks set her on a perilous path, one that may cost her the boy she loves, even her life. Readers of young adult fantasy, historical romance, and more will all find much to enjoy with Everything That Burns. It's an elegant continuation of a story for readers who love to lose themselves in a story and in another world.
Can't Stop, Won't Stop by Jeff Chang and Dave Cook. This is the most acclaimed written history of hip-hop, a movement and music that transformed the world forever, updated and geared for young readers. Jeff Chang and Dave Cook tell the story of hip-hop from its beginnings through the present day in this new special edition for young adults. They bring the story through Black Lives Matter and the most important icons of the moment. Based on original interviews, this wholly updated book chronicles the epic events, ideas, and the music that have defined American and global culture.
Anna K. Away by Jenny Lee is Crazy Rich Asians crossed with Gossip Girl. In the sequel to national bestseller Anna K., whose TV rights sold to HBO, Anna K. travels to South Korea to connect with her father's family after the loss of her first love. Could this be her chance to figure out who she really is? Anna K. Away features an array of characters from different socioeconomic, racial, and sexual backgrounds. The author drew on her own experience as a Korean American woman in crafting her heroine.
Hurricane Summer by Asha Bromfield. From Riverdale actress Asha Bromfield comes a passionate debut set against the backdrop of a Category 5 hurricane in the heart of Jamaica. Tilla is sent to live with her father in Jamaica for the summer, where she hopes to make a connection with the man who has always been a mystery to her. But as dark family secrets start to unravel, a hurricane hits the island and threatens the lives of those she loves. This powerful coming-of-age story deals with colorism, classism, young love, sexism, and explores how a father-daughter relationship can shape the course of a young woman's life.
Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. In this queer, Grease-inspired rom-com, Laura finds herself the guy of her dreams, only to have her summer fling, Jasmine, transferred to her school unexpectedly. Lara has everything she ever wanted, a tight-knit group of friends, a job that borders on cool, and the boy of her literal dreams. But if she's finally got the guy, why can't she stop thinking about the girl? This charming story from the founder of LGBTQ Reads is about self-discovery and new love, and is perfect for fans of Becky Albertalli and Emma Lord.
Tokyo Ever After by Miko Jean. As a Japanese American living in a small, mostly white Northern California town, Izumi Tanaka knows what it feels like to not fit in. But her entire world is about to be flipped upside down when she discovers that her previously unknown father is the Crown Prince of Japan. So she travels to Japan to meet her father and discover the country she has always dreamed of. Turns out being a princess isn't always ball gowns and tiaras. Will Izzy get her happily ever after?
Spells Trouble by PC and Kristen Cast. Double, double, twins spell trouble. This is a brand new trilogy from powerhouse mother-daughter duo PC and Kristen Cast. Twins Hunter and Mercy Good are witches. As their ancestors have done before them, it is now time for Hunter and Mercy to learn the ropes of what it means to be the gatekeepers, the protectors of the gates to different underworlds, ancient portals between their world and worlds where mythology rules and nightmare is a reality. This spooky tale is perfect for fans of the Hazelwood and the Wicked Deep.
Better Together by Christine Riccio. Jamie and Siri are sisters living on opposite coasts. They've grown up living completely separate lives, Jamie with their dad and Siri with their mom. Now, reunited after over a decade apart, they hatch a plot to switch places. It's time they get to know and confront each of their estranged parents. But due to some unexpected magic, their switch takes a turn and they find themselves living in each other's bodies. This is Freaky Friday Meets the Parent Trap, and it is a sparkling and heartfelt story about sisters, second chances, finding romance, and finding yourself.
Trouble Girls by Julia Lynn Rubin. When Trixie picks up her BFF Lux for their weekend getaway, neither of them expects what will come next. A single night of violence derails their trip and forever changes the course of their lives, as they go from ordinary high schoolers to wanted fugitives. As they're transformed by the media into the face of a Me Too movement they didn't ask to lead, and the road before them begins to run out, Trixie and Lux realize that they can only rely on each other and that the love they find together is the only thing that truly makes them free. This is a queer YA reimagining of Thelma and Louise with the aesthetic of Riverdale and is ideal for readers of Mindy McGinnis, Courtney Summers, and Rory Power.
The Tragedy of Dane Riley by Kat Spears. After his dad's death, Dane's grasp on reality is slipping away. His mom is moving on, he hates her new boyfriend, and the girl next door is confusing, to say the least. An emotional novel about mental health, dealing with grief, and growing up, The Tragedy of Dane Riley is the story of a teenager looking to make sense of his feelings in the wake of tragedy and finding the strength he needs to make life worth living.
Where It All Lands, a debut by Jenny Wexler. Constantly moving from city to city means that Stevie Rosenstein has never had a best friend or fallen in love. The pain of leaving always hurts too much to make any deep connections. When Stevie meets Drew and Shane, best friends, she expects the same routine as usual. But a simple coin toss alters the course of their year in ways they could never expect. Dun, dun, dun.
Any Way the Wind Blows by the one and only Rainbow Rowell. This is the highly anticipated conclusion to the Simon Snow trilogy. The story that began with Carry On and continued with Wayward Son is coming to a close with Any Way the Wind Blows. Simon, Baz, Penelope, and Agatha are back in England, back at Watford, and back to their families for their longest and most emotional adventure yet. This book promises to answer all of your questions, reveal all the secrets, and lay all the ghosts to rest.
The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gould. Teenagers are disappearing in Snakebite, Oregon, and some of them are turning up dead. Two girls team up to stop the evil presence terrorizing their small town, and they just might fall in love in the process. Courtney Gould's thrilling debut is about the things that lurk in dark corners, the parts of you that can't remain hidden, and about finding home in places and people you didn't expect. Hand this to supernatural thriller fans, to fans of Wilder Girls, The Hazelwood, and of course, the Supernatural TV show.
Cazadora by Romina Garber. In this sequel to Lobezona, a YALSA Best Fiction for YA nominee, Romina Garber weaves together Argentine folklore and what it means to be illegal in a timely, intimate, and emotionally powerful narrative. Manu and her friends are on the run from the Cazadora's hunters and trying to track down the Coven, a mythical resistance monada that might not even exist. When they finally do find the Coven, it ends up not being the safe place they'd expected. Manu is on the run again, aware that her mere existence is a risk to her friends and family. But Manu isn't giving up because she plans to change things from the inside so she and her friends can have the futures they've dreamt about.
When Night Breaks by Janella Angelis. A star magician must rise on a new stage of a glittering underworld in the startling conclusion to Where Dreams Descend. The competition has come to a disastrous end, and Darren DeMarco's fall from grace is now front page news. But little matters to him beyond Kalia, the contestant he fell for, who is now lost and in the hands of a dangerous magician. Darren is willing to do whatever it takes to find her, even if it means embarking on a dark and treacherous journey, risking more than just his life with no promise of return. In When Night Breaks, the dramatic last act of the Kingdom of Cards duology, the stage is set, the spectacle awaits, and the show must finally come to an end. And so must this book buzz. But really quick before we leave you, here are some upcoming events you won't want to miss. First is our Happy Half Hour, which is a weekly series happening every Monday at 4, where we, the MacLib ladies, will be talking about 4 forthcoming adult and YA titles from Macmillan. We will also be joined by a special guest once each month. We will have Anne Cleves on Monday, V.E. Schwab in November, and Linda Castillo in December. You can register for upcoming episodes and view archived episodes on our website. And be sure to save the date for an ALA Midwinter pregame with Macmillan Adult Library Marketing and Tor Forge. It is Thursday, January 21st from 2 to 5 p.m. on Crowdcast, featuring special guest authors Romina Garber, Melissa Albert, Bethany C. Morrow, Charlie Jane Anders, Lily Menon, River Solomon, TJ Clune, and Sarah Gailey. You can register for that on our website. And that is it from us. Thank you so much for tuning in.